Tell him to pay us!
Oh.
Ship more of my fucking record!
That was the distributor?
Hey, what's up? I'm John.
I'm Darren. You're watching Loud Times.
It's a wild ride. Just fucking everywhere from Ozfest to Slayer. You know, we did the Olympus Couture, which was awesome. At the Mad Red Man. Just amazing things that we've done. Black Sabbath. You know, it was pretty trippy.
Heavy metal summer camp. I guess everybody in the band would probably think it's that way.
We had a lot of people come up during Sugar or War. You know, most of the time it was during war. Like everybody from Soulfly to, you know, Jack Osbourne, you know, Ozzy and Sharon's kid.
Right.
So we did a little bit of jamming there. And then, you know, backstage, sometimes we'd set up the kid. And one time, Les Claypool from Primus came down and just started jamming on the drums. And I was like, holy shit.
He's a pretty good drummer.
He's a pretty good drummer, man. You know, it's all good.
You know that song, It's a Long Way to the Top If You Want to Rock and Roll by AC/DC? Yeah, but then, you know, that and getting up in front of a bunch of people that beat each other up every night just gives you a little, yeah, it's cool.
I mean, anything that you do for 2 years in a row, after a while, you're just going to be like, man, I'm burnt out, you know, especially being away from home for so long and, you know, being in this small bus. Exactly. In the end, though, this is what we wanted to do in our lives, and we're very lucky to be here. A lot of, as far as the politics issue, you know, Serge could be a lot more open about that. You know, we each have our own opinions on different political issues and social issues.
I think everyone should die.
Basically, we believe, you know, everybody has their own opinion, you know, but Serge puts forth his in some of the lyrics, and, you know, so that's his opinion, and, you know, if you agree with it, great. If you don't, no big deal. At least it opens your mind to something and makes you think about something.
From that to kids saying that, like, they decided to not kill themselves, you know, after listening to the band. So, you know, from moving them politically to, you know,
keeping them alive.
Letting them, yeah, keeping them alive, I guess, you know. So
music is very
And then musically, there's a lot of kids that come up to everybody in the band, I think, and say that we've inspired them in some way. So that's cool too. That's cool to hear. And we get a little break
when it's ready.
When it's ready, when we got some material that we feel is quality. We just want to be happy with it. I mean, we didn't write any of our songs. If we've had any radio success with any of our songs, we didn't write it to get on the radio. So we're not going to write anything to get on the radio. We're just going to write something that we dig.
We want to be as proud of the second album as we are the first.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to say for me.
It's like picking your favorite child.
I can't say that. They'll get mad at me.
Although I got to tell you, Soil is really fun to play. They're all fun to play, but Soil is probably the most complicated drum song, so I really enjoy it. But I love all the songs.
Proud of suggestions. I personally got sick of going to the record store and not being able to find anything that I like. So I sat there and said, I'm gonna write the CD that I want to go to the record store and buy. Because I went to the CD store and I couldn't find anything. So I wanted to write music that I think I would dig listening to. So I had to impress myself before anybody else. And
You gotta understand where he's coming from when he says he
That's
couldn't
my
find
CD
anything, because
collection
that's what he takes
just
on tour.
Right there.
So probably the reason he couldn't find anything is because he had everything on.
Probably get jacked after seeing this video, right? Now that they know that. Beatles to Slayer to before the Beatles to after Slayer. Trans Am's Future World. I think that's a cool album.
Right now, something that I find difficult to take out of my CD player is Moby. The Play album is really good. The last album was really cool too. It's like, I just heard it for the first time because Shaba, our bass player, bought it, and I was checking it out. And it's really like, it's almost like thrash kind of punk, but it's Moby, you know, so it's like, where's that coming from? It's just, he's an inspirational artist.
Desolate room, no lights.
We are Slipknot. You're watching Loud Times Video Magazine. My name is Corey. I'm a singer for Slipknot.
Chris, number 3, percussion.
Well, the response the album's been getting has been overwhelming. I mean, we're a fairly young band. It's been unreal. I mean, we've been touring the last 5 months, 3 months in support of it, and it has gone from just like a small hardcore group of people knowing about us to slowly generating a lot of insanity as far as like a lot of people go. You know, I mean, it's like every town we go to, more and more and more and more people know of us or have heard of us and want to see the sickness. You know, so I mean, it's having a definite reaction with kids who are they feel disenfranchised with the music scene that's going on today, which I'm the same way. I think music today is, except for like a few certain examples, is crap. I think it's fucking bullshit, and I think people should stop buying into that. I think they should stop listening to the corporate gut and start listening to their own. So I think the message that we're putting out is helping the album and helping kids find us. So I think it all goes hand in hand that way. The bands that are out there are really stepping it up are Amen, really good friends of ours, total family. Head PE, can't wait to hear their new stuff. Puya, we are complete bros with them. System of a Down, I think, is like one of the few bigger bands that are really staying true to what they do, you know what I'm saying? As far as like doing something that they believe in and not selling out to the cash cow, you know? I mean, that's not kicking music out as a sense of product, but kicking out as a sense of self. And that's, you know, that's what we've been trying to do for the last 3 to 4 years. So those bands are, you know, along with us, are trying to keep it up to the point where music is still expression and not, you know, this week's fucking talk of the month. Slipknot was started in 1995 by Sean and Paul. We all knew each other through playing in bands together around Des Moines. The very idiotic music scene, because there really wasn't any. You know, we were basically playing to each other. So we all got to know each other really well, you know, coalesced with our goals and dreams and what we really wanted to do, you know. And that, when Slipknot started to form, like all these like particles started to come together, you know, like a star. When a star is being born, like it starts to suck all these things in and contract, and that's the way we were, man. I mean, we all gravitated towards each other, and that's when we all started to realize that we wanted to do this as a dream. Like in the other bands that we were in, we were the ones that were basically kind of pulling the rope, kind of carrying the load, you know. This band is made up of every person that was in Des Moines that really wanted to fight to make it and not say, hey, we were from Iowa, that was an excuse. No, we wanted to do this because we wanted to do it, and that's what we did, you know. So we brought our own ideals and we brought our own beliefs into it, you know. And you know, people left, people came in, and the rest is history. We've all agreed musically. That's been a benefit of being in this band. We all want to make a difference. We all want to make a sick noise. We all want to make the best music that we can, and that's helped us as far as you know, keeping it together. You know, we all know the common goal. We all know what we want to do. So I mean, people leaving hasn't been because of musical integrity. It hasn't been because of differences like that. It's been because we knew we were stepping it up, and people changed over the years, you know. And those people are still, you know, to this day have the mentality of Slipknot, but, you know, they're no longer in Slipknot. I tell you what, man, it's hard for a kid today to really understand what the hell is going on, you know. I mean, it's like people don't want to take the time to talk to anybody anymore. They don't want to take the time to help them realize what the hell is going on around them. And adults today seem to feel like they need to shelter everyone, and that just turns freedom into safety, basically. You give up a little more freedom every day just for the illusion of safety, and that is going to hurt a lot of kids in the future. They're not going to be prepared like kids who grew up, you know, 10, 20 years ago. They're not going to be prepared for it. because you've got totalitarian, idiotic, freedom fascists that want to come at you and try to force beliefs on you instead of letting you develop them yourselves. There is no guidebook, really, to develop what we've all had to go through. You know what I'm saying? I mean, luckily kids today are still fighting through it, but it's a hell of a lot harder than it was when I was a kid, you know? So all I can say is just raise your middle finger, wade in head first, and don't give a fuck who gets in the way. The whole reason we did this was because of, you know, going back to the music as product thing. Music was basically a template for a bunch of fucking hot guys to get up and sell a bunch of records that don't mean anything a week from now. You know what I'm saying? So we were like, all right, here, we put this mask on. You don't know who the hell we are. Deal with that. We're not about our fucking faces. Then we put on the coveralls. We're not about fashion or trends or our last name or whatever. Here's my number, here's my barcode, here's my fucking tribal S. This is Slipknot. And that's what it's always going to be about. It's always going to be about the music first and us later. And that's always what it's been about. Of course, we're going to, you know, push that as far as we can, you know? I mean, we don't give a fuck if anybody follows us. We just want people to love our music. No, we're not a political band, really. I mean, we keep in touch with what we need to keep in touch with. You know, we keep our eye on what's going on, but we don't try, like I said, we don't try to push our beliefs on anybody, you know? We just try to do what we do. We are who we are, and that's all we need to fucking be. Except for like make the best music that we can and give it to people, you know? As far as beliefs goes, I mean, it doesn't really matter because somebody's gonna fucking make their own belief tomorrow anyway, you know? So, as far as political agendas go, I mean, some of us are whatever, some of us are the other hand. It's all bullshit when you come right down to it. It's either good music or not. It'd be like asking somebody on the street what their political beliefs are, you know? If they want to tell you, they'll tell you. If they don't, they don't.
Introducing Transcendence Magazine, a new magazine with a fresh outlook. Transcendence is smashing the boundaries between all types of metal, industrial, punk, and hardcore. Its in-depth features are your diving rod to the bands that are poised to make an impact on metal. Transcendence is available at Hot Topic, Tower Records, Virgin Megastores, Transamerica Superstores, Borders, and fine specialty shops everywhere.
This is gonna be a good moment. 91. Where's the set?
My guitar strings. Shit. It sticks.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Davis from Korn, and you're watching Loud Times magazine. My favorite album cover is this one. This was my favorite. I like it, which is very simple and dark. You don't have to read. You have to read into it. I like that. I don't know. That was the one for me. I love this one. And the other four was just from everybody else. We all liked them collectively, but this one was my favorite because it's very simple and just dark. I mean, I like this, but that just that gives away the darkness. You know what I mean? That's a dark cover. I look deeper into it. It's just something sick about little dolls and stuff like that. I was doing that for a while. I was just bringing metal back, and I did it in a different way, where I wore leather and spiked kilts and leather tops with spikes and stuff like that. It was like my new thing. I like it. It's kind of Judas Priesty, but it's in a different way. I've been called metal our whole career, and this is kind of like my fuck you to everybody calling us that, because I don't think we're a metal band. I mean, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden are metal bands. It's something different. So I just started dressing like that in my own style. I don't know Manson anymore. I used to know the guy. I don't know what he's become right now, and I'm not going to talk any shit. Me and him were, I guess, kind of good friends back in the day, and I don't know what the hell happened, so that's all I'll say about that. Thank you. Basically, thank you for all the support. Thank you for just caring about us and staying true with us. I always want to be remembered as we fucking killed it. We rocked the house. We were just that band. I want to be a Led Zeppelin. I want to be fucking The Who, a Stones. That's what kind of band I want to be. Mentioned in those kind of bands. And I think there's been not really that many fucking kind of rock and roll bands that are like that anymore in the last fucking, from the 80s or, I don't think the only band that's made any kind of status like that would be probably U2, and I just want to be one of those bands remembered like that. Just to keep doing what I'm doing. My future, that's my only hope. I want to just keep on being able to make records and having fans really enjoy what we do. In my life, one thing I really would like to have is to be able to go to bed at night, lay my head in a pillow, and fucking go to sleep. That's my goal in life, to be able to fucking be content like that and be able to fucking just fall asleep without thinking of all this shit in my head. So that's my only aspiration in life now, because all the other shits I've experienced. And I like it and I love experiencing it. I'm not burnt on it at all. I believe in God, but I don't believe in organized religion. I think that's all a crock of shit. It's all what they want you to hear. So it's just a fucked up way to control people. And I do believe in a higher power, yeah. I believe in God.
Hey, this is Billy Milano from S.O.D, and you're watching Loud Time Video Magazine. Well, basically what it came down to is we all have time to do it now, and we really feel that 14 years later we have enough time afforded to us as people to be able to enjoy it and do it without really worrying about what everyone else is thinking in the world. And basically just going out and doing it at our own pace and having some fun with it. The tour's been doing really well. Their shows are between 350, 400, and 500 people. The LA shows are sold out. Their major market in a weekdays is actually pretty good. But I mean, the shows have been great. The kids have been going off. It's funny, it's because some of these kids that are at these shows, because they're all ages shows, they were like sperm when we first came out. They weren't even people yet, and it's kind of ironic to see a 14-year-old kid singing your record that's as old as they are. So I was wondering if their mother was getting laid listening to the record, and that's what made them like it. You're gonna have Satan in your mouth, and that's what people sound. Well, we're doing a majority of the old material because I think even though we have an all ages crowd, we do have some younger people in the audience. There is a majority of people that are in their 20s and up to their 30s that are just coming out to get to reminisce and maybe to drink a little bit and get rowdy. And that's what our crowd is. Our crowd is a drinking rowdy crowd, especially with Crowbar and Skinlab out of the road. Like 5 or 6 songs. I mean, we do have other songs that we learned from the new album to do, and it's just a matter of the vibe of the crowd versus what we're truly feeling like, There's been shows where we played where the show was really good and we were just, I don't know, not really into doing more new songs or playing anymore. And then there's been shows that have sucked. There's been 1 or 2 shows, and like any concert, there's been those shows that you want to get off stage, and you know, we do exactly the opposite when the show's not going well. We stay on stage and do more to piss everybody off because they can't leave. So, you know, it works out. I mean, I love playing Kill Yourself and Pussy Whip, United Forces. I mean, I love all the old records, but they're, you know, Kill Yourself and March of the S.O.D and Sergeant D and Speak English or Die are my favorite because they're just, you come out of the, you know, the starting gate, you know, fucking running out, you know, run big time before heavy old songs. And it's just fucking brutal. And it's, you know, it's just the mode and the mood for the whole show. And people just freak out when you hear these 4 songs come out back to back. It's just fucking monstrous. And there's songs that are so simplistic and so catchy, but they're so fucking heavy. I mean, they're heavier than anything out there. It's heavier than any of those bands out there, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, all those bands. And the best part about it is we don't take what we do serious, so it comes out and gets over a lot better. Because, you know, we're just a bunch of fucking knuckleheads. It was planned to make this noise and have like this script that we had, and it was like kind of stupid, this script. So I said, let's just fucking roll the tape and let's just go with it and figure it out. You know, that's what we did, and it's basically a long ad-lib of this preconceived idea. Monkey's Rule, one of my favorite songs on the record, Make Room, but I think Monkey's Rule is my favorite song. On this show, you know, this tour is called the Kill It Fair, and I mean, we get along with everyone. Crowbar and Skillet are perfect gentlemen, they're professional, and they bring a uniqueness to the package. Skillet being the more metal, New Jack kind of thing. Crowbar being the more older style, like 80s, like fucking slow, methodic, heavy metal band, fully balls out. And S.O.D being this, you know, this monstrosity, thrash, speed metal crossover, whatever you want to call it. I mean, the tour is doing really well. We get along great. I would love to bring it to Europe. And, you know, everyone's just getting along fine. I manage Skillet, so, as well as bands like Agnostic Front and Madball and the US Bombs and S.O.D. And, so, I mean, we're all, you know, getting along. We're all a bunch of idiots, but we're all getting along. Well, you know, the truth of the matter is I think now time has afforded us the possibility of going out and playing and doing tours here and there now. I think with Anthrax being a project now that's going to be less of a full-time thing for those guys and S.O.D taking up some of that time of their lives personally, I think you'll see more of S.O.D and see more of S.O.D getting a shot at playing some of these bigger shows and bigger tours. And even though I don't know if we would say, I would say that S.O.D would be good to go out with some of these bands that are bigger. They might play like theaters and everything, because you lose that intimacy of what S.O.D is. I still feel like it could open up a lot of doors for us. And you know, going out now is something that I feel will happen a lot more often, because we're just older, we have the ability to do it, and we're not, you know, the one thing that's allowing us to do that is because we're a self-managed band. Basically, I'm managing the band with the guys in the band, and that we own everything. We own our publishing, we own our merchandise. I mean, it's efficient and it's profitable for us to go out and do small club tours and go out and do some support slots without getting fucking ran. And I think that's really important to the survival and the mental stability of the band. And we're not going out there and fighting a losing situation all the time. I love the new Garbage album. I love the Vast album. I think the new Vast album is awesome. I like the Living End album. The new Agnostic Front, Riot Upstart, I think is a great album. The US Bombs album, The World, is an amazing album. I wouldn't be working with it if I didn't think so. Same with the Skillet album, Disembodied Living Flesh. Love that album. I heard some of the new Crowbar album. They did Dream Weaver. I thought it was fucking brilliant. to see this big guy, Kirk, from Crowbar, sing this song in such a melodic way. It's kind of cool. Wow. And look, there's a lot of great records out there. Dude, I like the Gypsy Kings and shit. This is the Ballad of Jimi Hendrix. Now, we can do it better. This is the Ballad of Jimi Hendrix. It's always good not to jerk off while you're hanging yourself. No matter how good it feels, it ain't worth it. The Ballad of Nirvana! And so is grunge.
I can't wait to play that on Monday in Seattle. Yeah! We're gonna play that in Seattle.
Actually, wait, we should do that again. You know why? That's one of my favorite dedications. I never get to dedicate this song. It's one of my favorite dedications of Ballad of Nirvana. So let me dedicate it and we'll do it again. You want to hear it again? Yeah, right. This goes out to Courtney Love's Hole. Who's the best? The Big Daddy. Let's see what else we got here. You know my town where I live in a town called Hoboken, New Jersey. It's a badass fucking town. My town is famous for three things. Number one, it's got one of the best looking frontmen in any fucking rock and roll band in the world, and that's myself. Number two, it's famous for inventing a very special sport called baseball, which is very true. And it's very famous for this next guy who's a native of Hoboken, Old Gray Eyes. The Ballad of Frank Sinatra! Show me your love, motherfuckers! And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, it does. Here's the Ballad of Freddie Mercury. Thank you.
That's just so wrong on so many levels.
One more time!
Fuck fucking Freddie Mercury.
One more time!
What's that? I'm gonna do one more ballad. You wanna hear a ballad? I say you wanna hear a ballad? Well, this is a visual ballad, so you really can't hear it. This is the visual interpretation of the Ballad of Michael J. Fox. All right, calm down. Don't make me laugh. This takes very stringent concentration. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. Ballad of Mike. I am cool, motherfucker. Remember that. Your sister wouldn't date me if I wasn't.
Yeah!
This is the Ballad of Michael J. Fox. Here we go. Give it up!
Hi, this is Danny from S.O.D and you're watching
Loud Times! What a fucking
Service. Pioneers of fashion for fashion freaks. We're dishing out more crap for the masses via the World Wide Web. Visit the hottest fucking clothing site on the internet at www.lipservice.com. Also available at the finest boutiques and, of course, Hot Topic. Buy or die.
This is Sammy Pierre Dewey from Crowbar. You watching Loud Times video.
And I'm Sammy Pierre Dewey, and we're from Crowbar.
Yes, we are. Just finished it. End of September to the beginning of October. It'll be out around March 1st. In the meantime, we're doing this S.O.D and Crowbar thing, which is going excellent, actually. We're really happy to be here. And start the European tour April 1st, and supporting the new one. We'll take it from there, and hopefully everything flies cool. Equilibrium is one of my favorites.
Very good.
And we do a cover of Dreamweaver, actually, the 75
And actually,
Gary Wright hit.
We
and
do
it's Crowbar style, it's very cool.
We do another cover actually, but it's not actually about the band. It's Inagog the Vita cover.
Oh.
One of our friends, and he does guest vocals. It's gonna be a vocals track. If you can find it.
Yeah. Here, we're going on S.O.D, of course, we were managed Anthrax and S.O.D, of course. And then, you hear Billy Milano, and I'm just taking care of business, talking to Billy, and kind of intimidated. He's a super sweet dude, cool as fuck, and he's taking care of us, and we're really having a good time. Shows are going down very well, and we're really happy about it. It's cool.
The San Antonio Metal Fest was very good.
We went on right before S.O.D. Had a great slot on the Friday night at the San Antonio Metal Fest. It was like an extension of the Milwaukee thing. And we went on right before S.O.D. and had a great response. And it was a big show and really good. It got a nice high off of it. It was cool. No. We just got our new drummer in. He recorded the new record with us, named Sid Munce, but we just kind of figures the new stuff's not out yet, and we have such a restricted set on this tour that it's best to just go with the old stuff. So. It would be great, we'd like to, but money-wise, it makes a lot more sense to headline. And we're going to take a couple of friends of ours, this band Soul and Cream. He's a great band from New Orleans, we're from New Orleans, by the way. And probably I Hate God, who's also from New Orleans. So we did this thing in America, and it worked out real well, a 3-band package. We're going to try to do it in Europe, and hopefully everything will be cool. Kind of Europe.
I like the chicks better in Europe because you don't really have to talk to them so much. It's like they don't speak very good English, so you can go and let me lick your asshole. They're like, what did you say? It's like, come backstage and drink with me. So it's easier to get chicks in Europe.
It is easy to get chicks in Europe. We're not the best looking guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So it helps out. But the audiences though seem to be.
They're more fucking metal, and just these kids in the front with the bangs cut, with long hair, with the fucking
Saxon patch.
They have a fucking vest on over their leather jacket with fucking battery patches in the front headbanging. It's more.
They get into it.
It's more metal than such a trend around here.
Well, it's easy for us to say because we never really hit in America at all. We do a little more successfully over there. But I don't know. I respect the American audience also, but the European shit's kind of cool, especially Germany. It's very cool for us. It's good to us. We like it.
I really
really like the new Satyricon album, Rebel Extravaganza. I think that's a very excellent album. New Bethlehem, Suicide, very good.
Nothing really new. We toured in January this year over Europe, and the opening act was this band S.O.D from Germany, and I like them a lot. A lot like old Carnivore. If anybody's familiar with them, Pete Steele from Typo's old band, they're real similar to that. That's one of my favorite bands, Carnivore, and I like them quite a bit. S.O.D, they're awesome. Awesome, actually. Don Banks said, dude, I'll take the bill. Let's paint you up. We had talked about it the night before, and I had no idea. Really, I mean, I'm playing a band called Down with Philip, and all, we're all from New Orleans, we're all good friends. But when we're on tour, I hang out with Dimebag a lot because we drink a lot. And Phil's a little more mellow. So the night before, Dime said, look, man, let's do dress you up as a Hulk and you bash up and shit up. I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's cool. All of a sudden, you know, that afternoon, he shows up with bags full of shit. All the runners come running in with makeup and wigs, and I'm like, what? So you going down tonight? So we played our set. I went back in the back. I had all kind of people make me up, wore wig, fake eyebrows, all kind of bullshit. Went on stage, sang fucking Hostile with him. And as soon as the show was over, I stayed in my little Hulk outfit, went in the back, and he said, dude, I'll pay for whatever the fuck you want to do. He kind of produced it, bang, shut my head out, whatever, you know. And I just went crazy, drunk out of my mind. It was fucking awesome. Crowbar, you're watching Loud Times Video Magazine. Yeah!
Fat roast.
Hey, what's up? I'm Adam. I play for Machine Head, play bass.
This is Aru. I play guitar for Machine Head.
Some of my favorite tracks off the record: 5, The Burning Red, Nothing Left, and The Blood, the Sweat, the Tears. I like Nothing Left and The Blood, the Sweat, the Tears because of the way that they go over live. and I just like the emotion in The Burning Red and 5.
I like 5 and The Burning Red and Nothing Left. And I like Nothing Left because it goes over good live. I like 5 and The Burning Red because of the emotion in them. Both songs, like 5 going into The Burning Red, when I listen to them, I still get goosebumps to this day, even after I've listened to the song about 500 times.
Well, when we first met about what we wanted to do with this record, where we wanted to go, and basically we didn't want to have any boundaries, and we would try anything that came up, that crossed our minds or, you know, crossed our fretboards. We were just going to go for it, and Silver was one of the songs that turned out to be like totally different for us, but totally cool at the same time, and it still totally feels like Machine Head. And The Burning Red is a total departure from anything we've done before. I think it turned out killer.
Silver, it's different than anything Machine Head has done in the past. There has always been like an element of melody. Like if you look at Nation on Fire, it's like, you know, it's mellow through most of it, and then it gets heavy in the choruses, kind of similar to how Silver does. That element's always been there.
It just sounded better than The Burning Butthole.
The color red has represented like a lot of different things. Like, I mean, on one hand it could represent like war or like, you know, like blood, like death, and then on the other side of the spectrum it could also represent like beauty or love. And we thought this record was very contrasting. It had things that were really melodic going into things that were, you know, the heaviest things that Machine Head has ever done. And we just thought the color red was a good metaphor for what the emotion of this record was. And The Burning Red just means that it's that intensified.
They fucking took it in a different direction, you know, and made it new again. I think it's killer.
Any time period, there's bands that are cool and there's bands that suck. We've been listening to the Static record a lot before we go on, and Rob likes Stained a lot.
Yeah, I'm totally getting into the new 9 Inch Nails also. I just like the way that Trent Reznor puts his songs together, you know. He makes you feel it, no matter how simple it might be. He always has that element that makes you feel it.
You know, I thought he was one of the great songwriters of the 90s. We're going to be touring for a long time. I don't exactly how long, I don't know, but it's going to be extensive.
Yeah, the label told us they're going to keep us out for about 2 years, and we've been out for about 3 months so far, so we've got another year, 9 months to go. Well, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. You're just going to have to see for yourself. Well, Rob's come a long way with how he sings the songs and stuff, and we've been using more of, like, clean singing parts and even harmonies and stuff to bring out more depth in our songs, just making you feel it.
You know, sometimes Rob might have been worried about, or not really, you know, worried, but kind of had a concern of what certain people might think if he were to sing. You know, he has a great voice, so it's like this time he, you know, all of us thought that, you know, he should use it, and it's like, it sounds great. And you know, on this record, we weren't concerned with what anybody was going to think of what we were going to do. We just wanted, the only people that we were concerned about making happy were the 4 of us. And, you know, we didn't hold back anything, like melodically or heavy-wise, and that's, you know, the reason that this record is the way it is. This actually happened by accident. I used to play that riff at practice all the time, just, you know, to annoy everybody, basically. And it got stuck in Rob's head, and one day when he was doing his guitar tracks, he started, like, you know, just playing it slowly and figuring it out, and he started singing it, like, soft, and, you know, just because he was figuring it out. And then Ross came in, he had just been going to the bathroom or something, and he's all, "Oh my God, we got to record that." And then Rob's all, "Why?" And Ross is all, "Why not?" And so he couldn't think of a better reason why not. So we, you know, he got us out. We were throwing oranges at each other out in the fields, and he got us all together, and we recorded it that day. I've been in the band for close to 2 years now, and I kind of get tired of people calling me the new guy still, because I don't know, I don't feel like I'm new, you know.
Well, Jason Newsted's been in Metallica for about 15 years or something, and they still call him the new kid.
So what's it feel like to be in Metallica since you've been in the band for like 15 years? We bust out the Ouija board, and we talk to our friend Satan, and, you know, we tell him we'll give him our souls for like really cool songs. And
Satan just delivers them at our studio, and we just go record them. What happens on tour stays on tour. The shows have been going really well, and we've been having a great time. But the great time part is what I need to leave on the bus.
Everything that you can imagine that would happen on a tour bus, multiply that by 10. We've been listening to Static X some. I think they're pretty cool. System, I think, is cool.
Yeah, what he said. Come down to the shows to find out what we couldn't tell this guy.
Find out for yourself what we couldn't tell you on this tape.
My desert room. No lights. Do you guys want us to play more?